Hello, this video is going to show you how to do day one of the puzzle cube assignment for the remote PLTW students for Mr. Anderson. Now you're going to find the assignment in the remote PLTW Google Classroom that you have been assigned to, and the very top link. It started on October 19th. I'm actually technically starting it on the 20th, which was yesterday, so we're technically in day two today. But here is how we do this assignment. Of course, you click on the link. Click on the instructions, and there's two things here. We're going to go through the instructions first, and then we'll look at the slide that you're going to actually fill something out in. So click on the instructions, and essentially you're going to make the goal is to make a puzzle cube that looks like the one shown here out of wooden blocks. But as we do in engineering, we have a process that we go through that we must do correctly so that we can make the puzzle cube the right way, so that it works, so that it looks nice, all of those things. So we're not just going to grab some blocks and build a cube. In fact, in order to get the wooden blocks, you have to do each of the parts of the assignment correctly, then you get the wooden blocks. Wooden blocks would be a day 3 activity. But if you don't do day 1 and day 2 correctly, you will not get any blocks. In fact, if you don't do day 1 correctly, you can't even start on day 2. If you don't do day 2 correctly, you can't get the wooden blocks, which would be day 3. So here's how, though, you do day 1. I'm going to click here. So starting technically yesterday, day 1 is fairly simple. All you're going to do is calculate the possible combinations of the sizes of your puzzle pieces and create some isometric sketches. And I provide some links here, one's to a sketch tool, one's to a build tool. Okay, we'll get to day 2 stuff tomorrow, but that's all we're going to do for day 1. So the specifics, the requirements for day 1 are, first of all, the puzzle requirements. The puzzle you're going to make, it must consist of multiple parts. We'll go back to the beginning here. There's multiple parts in this puzzle. Yours also must consist of multiple parts. Now, each part must be constructed from between 4 and 6 cubes. So you're going to get wooden cubes, and then you have to attach them together to make each puzzle piece. So you can have 4, 5, or 6 cubes in one puzzle piece. And then the puzzle must create a 3 by 3 by 3 cube. So if you think about the math behind that, the total number of cubes you need to make a 3 by 3 by 3 cubed is 27. You are right. 27 total cubes is what you need. So to satisfy the day 1 tasks, you're going to determine the possible combinations of puzzle piece sizes, and then you're going to use an isometric tool to sketch each individual piece, and you're going to paste a snip on the slide that I'm going to provide you. I'll show you that in a second. And then you're going to construct a model of the puzzle with the isometric build tool that I also provide you a link to, and you're going to put a snip of that puzzle piece on the slide. So if we go back to, where do we go here? There we go. So we've got our sketch tool and our build tool. The sketch tool, I'll click on that. It's fairly simple. So you're going to figure out how big you want a piece to be. Let's say you're going to make a piece that's 4 blocks. So this would be, I can use the sketch tool fairly quickly. And this would be 1 block. Let's say there's another block right below it. 2 blocks. And then 3 blocks here. And then this would be undo. This would be 4 blocks. Now you can probably notice right away that when I do it like this, I can tell what the shape of this is going to be. What I need you to do, though, is to create your piece without these lines that you wouldn't see if you were actually drawing this on paper. So, for example, instead of doing it like that, I would go down here, then I would go across like this. So I would basically just create the outline of the entire shape without doing every single block, because this way I could make it look just right. And there we go. So much easier to understand that piece. So that will be one piece. And then you would use your little snip tool and take a snip of this and then paste it in the slide. Now, again, where is the slide? If you go back to Google Classroom, this is the slide you're going to use. So I'm going to open this up. And the first part you have here is a chart, 27. That's a total number of pieces you need. And so we want to think of how big each piece can be. So for example, maybe I want a piece that's 6 cubes. So I'll put a 6 there. Well, that leaves me 21 cubes left. Let's say I'll do a piece that's 5. Well, 6 plus 5 is 11. 27 minus 11 is 16. So I have 16 cubes left. So maybe I can do a 4, a 4, a 4, and a 4. So I have one piece of 6, one piece of 5, and then 4 pieces of 4. And that would equal 27 total pieces. So the hard part is organizing these pieces in a way that actually makes a 3 by 3 by 3 cube and not some other crazy shape. That is a challenging thing to do. And that's why we take PLTW, because it is a challenging course. So that would just be one combination. There's actually a variety of combinations of different puzzle sizes. So that's the first thing that you have to do, is figure that out. Then, as you are creating your isometric sketches, you'll take a snip. So I'll show you how I would do a snip. Let me minimize the screen slightly here. Let's see here. Here we go. So we'll do a snip of the piece. So we'll just copy it like this. And I want to be nice and close in on the piece, not like the entire screen. And I'll click copy. And then I will go ahead and paste it right here. And I'm going to, again, minimize this so that it looks nice and it fits nicely in the little box. And that would be one piece that I would do. Then I would do all the rest. You may need 6 pieces. You may just need 5. Either way, put every piece in order. So I would have a piece of 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd have a 4 here. And then that would correspond to this piece right here. So that's how you do that. Then the last thing you have to do is this box right here. You're going to create a model of the entire puzzle and paste it here. You do that with the virtual builder. There's also a link to that right here. I can click it and open it. And this is similar to what we just used. However, this one, I just take these little blocks. Let's say I want this one to be red. And so I can just kind of organize them however I want. So that would be one piece. And then I would make another piece and I would kind of put it like this. And that would be maybe another piece, and so on and so forth. And I would do that and create a puzzle. And then I would use my snip tool and take a snip of that, and I would paste it. The snip would go right, where does it go? Right here. That's where the snip would go. So fairly simple instructions for what to do for day 1. This has to be done correctly before you get anything for day 2. So understand, you must do this right. And it's got to look nice. The pictures have to be organized correctly, sized the right way, zoomed in enough so I can see each piece clearly. These numbers have to correspond to the pieces. That's important because this is engineering, and engineering is about precision. So once that is done, and that's turned in on Google Classroom, then right away I will send you the template for day 2. Now day 2 will also have another video similar to this that you can watch, explaining everything that you need to be able to do. So you should be well on your way. If you have any questions, please join me on the Zoom or send me an email or a message so that I can help you out so that you can get this work done. Okay, thanks so much.